Hi guys, my name is Kira and I'm a makeup artist in LA. Today I'm going to be showing you how to apply makeup for the character Rust from the modern opera Desert Rose by L.HUNT. Now, the character Rust is supposed to be an African American character, which I am not. I don't have the dark skin tone that she will have, but with her skin tone, golds, anything gold is going to go perfectly and just going to shine bright. Now this is a picture of the character Rust, and this is just a drawing of her. She has a lot of contour going on. She's very defined. She has lots of gold hair, gold eyebrows, gold lips, and she has these like gears next to her mouth, as well as almost like gear-like eyeliner around her eyes. Very thick and very black. She also has some gold highlight on her cheeks to slay those cheekbones, as well as a little bit of a sunburnt chest. But the whole point of this look is we want to look glowy and gold and rusty. Let's get started. Because I'm so white and pasty, I mean, I already have a little bit of a tan from the summer anyways, but just because of my skin color at this moment, I'm going to give myself a little bit more of a tan with the Spray de Soleil liquid bronzer for the face and body, and I'm going to be kind of blending it into the skin with this brush that comes along with it. You really want to work fast with this stuff. As soon as you spray it on you gotta blend it in. Now that I'm a little more tan, I am going to go in with a foundation that's going to match that skin tone. So I'm going to be using this Cinema Secrets foundation. It is in 509-62S, and I'm going to mix it with a tiny little bit of this Cinema Secrets foundation, which the shade is wiped off, I'm sorry. I'm going to be mixing these two along with this Kapari Coconut Body Glow. This is a body glow oil that has gold flecks in it, and once I like mix this with it, it's going to give that like super gold glowy sheen behind the foundation. So as you can see, I put mostly that first foundation and just a tiny bit of the darker foundation, and now I'm going to put a couple of eye drops, I guess you could call it, because it is in a little dropper system, just into this foundation. And then I'm going to take a palette knife and I'm just going to mix all of those together. There we go. I'm just going to wipe off the excess on my face. Ooh, this is dark for me. I am going to take a damp beauty blender to blend this in to my skin. Now this girl has a poppin' contour, okay? So I'm gonna go in strong with this Anastasia contour cream. This is in light, but I'm going to try my best to fit my new skin tone. Now, as of this moment, I look very orange, like I have a very bad spray tan. But once we pull all the look together, it'll look a lot better, don't worry. So to highlight, I'm going to be taking this banana shade right here, just under my eyes. Again, I'm going to put just a little bit of that oil on it to give it a glow. So I'm going to be dragging this highlight all the way back to the temples. Dabbing this on my nose and onto my forehead. All the main places where the sun is going to hit and reflect off of my face. So now I am going to be taking this middle shade right here, because she seems to, even though she's very warm skin toned, she seems to have a bit more of an ashy contour. So I'm going to take the more ashy one in this palette right here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with the oil and just pressing it into the hollows of my cheeks and around the perimeters of my face using the Beauty Blender. Now here comes the hard part. It is very difficult to have a very thick makeup base like I do and set it without looking cakey. Obviously, I am looking like I could cook some fried chicken off my forehead right now, and I'm gonna have to take that shine away and just leave the color. So it's going to be hard to set all of that without it looking cakey. That's why you don't apply darker and thicker foundations and crazy different oils and stuff to make your skin this color, especially if you're as pasty as me, you know. Just giving a forewarning. I'm going to go in with the Cinema Secrets Ultra Lucent Mineral Powder in beige. I'm not sure if this is going to be too light for this skin color that I have created, but we will see. Okay, so right now I have good news. It is just acting as a translucent powder and really isn't doing too much lightening. I especially want to focus this under the eyes to set all that cream concealer. For the rest of the face, I'm going to be going in with a little bit of a darker powder. This is the Bollywood Satin Glow Baked Finishing Powder. It is supposed to be like a highlight glow thing, but I don't know. It really doesn't do anything. So I thought it might be a good glowy setting powder, especially since it's a darker color. So I'm going to use that on the perimeters of my face. On the outer perimeters of my face, sorry. We put foundation, we put a bunch of foundation all the way down on our neck and body, or I did at least. So we gotta make sure and set all that too. Setting is so important for when you're on stage, guys. The makeup, you get sweaty, it gets everywhere. I'm going to go in even further and I'm going to bronze up the outer perimeters of the face as well as add some more contouring, powder contouring to the cheeks. Because, girl, she went crazy. I just realized, because I am so pasty usually, that this bronzer that I'm using is the same color as this skin tone. So this isn't exactly bronzing me up, but this contour shade will still contour on my skin tone. On my skin tone. This is the Makeup Forever Sculpting Kit. Man, I am not recognizing myself right now. I'm going to go in with the Kevyn Aucoin, I think, sculpting powder, and this is in the shade Light. I'm doing a very, very soft contour for the nose, just because I want it to look slimmer, but I don't want it to look like I have contour on. Awesome. As you can see, my nose immediately looks thinner. Okay, so I am going to be going into the eyes, and her eyes, like I showed you before in the picture, are basically like a dark black ring around her eyes, but they have like these little tiny circle things around them that make them look like a gear. So first I'm going to be applying this NYX primer. It is the eyeshadow base in black, and when it says it's black, it's black. I am going to be applying this all over the lid. This primer is great because it always makes dark colors look super vibrant. I'm also going to be applying that primer underneath my eyes. Just kind of like a little panda circle around my eyes, you know? So this does not have to be precise at all. As you can see, I definitely was not. I just threw it on my lid and underneath my eyes because we are going to be going in with some dark brown now just to kind of smoke out the top a little bit and then add some more definition later on. I'm going to be going in with this very dark brown shadow right there, and I'm going to be sweeping this over the black that we just put on, as well as going a teensy bit over. It's okay if you go a little bit over. I'm going to be going in with this eyeshadow brush right here. This is by Cinema Secrets. It's the Shadow Fluff 3. And I'm going to go in with that same color, but now set underneath and in the inner corner of the eye. This is not a precise look. It's supposed to look messy, kind of dirty, kind of rusty. Now I'm going to be taking this very pale shade just to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to use the remnants of that to blend out whatever is around my eyes. Just because we were working with creams, we just gotta make sure all of that is set in place. Now for the precise part, we are going to be going in with a jet black like this one right here. We want to be using matte colors for the eyes, and I am just going to basically draw that like a straight circle across my eye. So I will zoom in here, and I'm going to be starting from the root of the eye, going around the perimeter of it a bit, and then when I get to my crease, I'm going to kind of round it out and cut it off. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing around the lower lash line. Just make sure it's rounded out. We're going for some serious panda eyes here. Oh, and by the way, this brush is by Morphe. It is, I believe it's supposed to be a lip brush, but I like it for precision on the eyes. Okay, now that we look like pandas, it's time for eyeliner. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Eye Studio. It is in Blackest Black. And I'm going to use this Sigma EO5 eyeliner brush. And basically what we're going to be doing with this is taking the eyeliner around, basically around the circle to create those gears. So I'm going to start out here with one. And I'm just creating like a little circle right there. And it's almost like you're drawing an ear, like you know when you were a kid and you used to draw those like bear ears. It's kind of like that little half circle thing, just connecting onto the eye, or flower petals. And we do have to connect that in the inner corner. To get the most precise line in these troubled areas, you want to like raise your eyebrows to stretch out the skin so that you can get a clean line. Also, I forgot to say before we set it, we do have to go into the waterline just to make sure there's no areas that aren't black around the eyes. If you're not comfortable with tight lining your eyes, it is not super necessary. They won't be able to really tell the difference from stage. Going in again with that black shade and just going over everything that we put that black eyeliner on. We do this to prevent creasing, prevent transferring, even though this eyeliner is very good with not transferring you never know sometimes when you're out there sweating on stage, so you'd rather be safe than sorry and go around all of these and just set them with some really black eyeshadow. I don't recommend this if you have sensitive eyes, but if you don't, I would also probably set the waterline to keep that black in place. Okay, so she has a gold highlight right here under her eyes. So I'm going to take a gold eyeshadow on this Cinema Secrets tiny fan brush, and I'm just going to place that beneath everything. On the inner corners a little bit. I'm also going to highlight, whoa, that was too much. I'm also going to highlight the nose with this. Okay, so now we are free to zoom out. And we are going to be doing all of the golds. I'm going to be taking a little bit of this lighter foundation that we used at first, and I'm going to be patting this over my eyebrows because I just want them to be a little bit lighter since we're going in with gold to fill them in. I'm going to use this gold aqua cream from Makeup Forever, which is extremely pigmented. It's a little bit more of a champagne-y gold rather than a yellow gold, but whatever will do the job, right? There we go. Wish y'all could see that. Now that my eyebrows are gold, I need to set that as well because, again, creams need to be set with powders. You should know this by now. I'm going to go in with that same gold shadow I used for under my eyes, and I'm going to set my eyebrows with it. Now that as gold as they can become, my eyebrows are as gold as they can become, I'm going to move on to the lips. I'm going to take this lip brush right here. It's just by an anonymous brush brand. And I'm going to try going into that yellow gold again. I feel like it'll work better on my lips. And I am going to start working that around the place here. Yeah. See? There we go. So in this, you want to make sure that you use very yellow golds instead of more pink-based or champagne golds. If you have a gold lipstick, I totally recommend you using a gold lipstick rather than a body paint just because you're going to have to constantly reapply. So again, I'm going to go in and set that with that same gold eyeshadow. Now, just because it'll give more of a glow, I'm going to use a champagne gold that I have right here. And I'm going to use that on a Morphe fan brush, and I'm going to highlight my cheeks with that. I'm going to mix in a little bit more of the gold, just to make it more gold. You get that, right? Gold. Alright, I've decided that I want even more gold in that highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and use this eyeshadow right here by Kat Von D. It is one of their super metallic shades. If you want to see how metallic, girl, there you go. Super pigmented, super buttery. Let's hope this is a good decision. There we go. I see you, gold. Now, Rust has two little gears right here next to her mouth. And so for something like that that's going to have to sit through singing and dancing and moving around stage, it's going to need a high-grade pro adhesive. So I have this Graftobian pro adhesive right here. This is a contact-on-contact adhesive, which means it only works when it adheres to itself. So basically I'm going to have to carefully apply it to where I want it and carefully apply it on the back of the gear I'm using. I just got these mixed antique bronze tone gear wheels These are usually just for like DIY crafts. And I'm going to try and find the smallest one to fit by my mouth. So I have these two little gears right here. This one is a heart in the middle, and this one just has two little dots in the middle. Now, because this is a contact-on-contact adhesive, I'm going to have to be really careful about not getting a ton of adhesive in the middle, because I'm actually not sure if it dries down clear or not. So I will zoom you in here to my mouth. I'm going to shake this a little bit. And this has like almost a nail polish applicator thing. And I'm going to work on one area at a time. I will say this stuff really stinks. Whew. Just press that down and leave it there for a couple seconds. There we go. Okay guys, we are almost done here. This one does feel a little more loose than this one does, just because it had less room to adhere to, so just make sure and get gears that don't have as much room in the middle. I'm going to take a just cheap beauty sponge right here, and I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Flash palette in this red shade. You want to use a cream color for this. By the way, we're doing sunburns. You want to use a cream color for this so that it can be easy to blend out. And I'm just going to be stippling this here and then wiping it around with my hands just to give that, see how that automatically looks like a sunburn? So I'm going to be repeating that step a few times. Wipe my hands around it. Okay, that looks like a pretty real sunburn, so it's just about blending it out. I'm going to do that up here too. Just because you're on stage, you may have to make this more intense than I'm making it so that the audience can see it from stage. A lot of times the sunburn will be more focused right here, so you may want to add more and more product to the bra line, all this right here, you know. Get it onto the neck a little bit. Now I'm going to be basically doing the same thing, but with the Kapari Coconut Body Glow again. And I'm just going to be rubbing this all over my chest to give myself a nice gold reflective chest. Again, you glow girl, you bounce that gold off stage. If I were you, I wouldn't put as much red on the actual neck as I did, but definitely try and focus it mostly around this area right here. Again, she's going to have big poofy hair that kind of covers it sometimes anyways, and we'll make it go down a little bit. But other than that, this is the, whoa, okay. This is the finished look, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. I hope it can help you in applying the makeup yourself when that time comes. Products used in this makeup tutorial will be in your Desert Rose licensing package. With practice, this will probably take between a half hour and an hour to complete. So yeah, to get some good practice with it, because there are a lot of different levels to creating this and getting that wow glow. Just try and stay away a little bit more from the neck so it doesn't look like you have like a red turtleneck on and no sun on the face type thing, because I look pretty bronzed here, tanned, and I look totally sunburnt here. So maybe try and add, if you're going to make yourself so sunburnt here, maybe try and add a little bit of that just onto the face as well, so that it's not completely uneven and it's a little bit more anatomically correct. Other than that, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.